There's something different in the air at Goodison Park. The mood is one of reconstruction, ambition, and most importantly, movement. The season hasn't even finished yet, but the backstage is already buzzing with names that could change Everton's destiny. There's an FA Cup winning player in the spotlight, a promising prospect being treated as a key player in the new era, and even a new signing who may not last more than a loan. What's coming may surprise a lot of people. So subscribe to the channel, leave a naughty like to help, and let's understand together why this window promises to be one of the most important in the Toffee's recent history. With the possible departure of important midfield names such as Idrissa Gueye, who is already planning to leave the club, and Doucouré, still without a contract renewal agreement, David Moyes is looking for a worthy replacement, and the name of the moment is Wilfred Ndidi. Leicester's midfielder could be the missing piece to reinforce this crucial sector, and the timing couldn't be better. Ndidi has a $9 million release clause, a bargain considering his quality and experience in the Premier League. Other clubs in the league are also monitoring the situation, such as Crystal Palace, Brentford, and Fulham, but those who know Everton well guarantee that the Toffees are ahead in this race. According to former scout Brian King, the promise of a starting spot and the ambitious project could weigh heavily on the player's decision. Ndidi is 30 years old, an FA Cup winner, and yet still seems to have plenty of fuel left. If Everton want to take advantage of this market gap, now is the time. And with the possible departure of the midfield pillars, he would be more than a reinforcement. He would be a necessity. Following the club's attacking movement, Everton are now aiming high to solve one of the team's biggest shortcomings, the attack. And the name that is gaining traction behind the scenes is Liam Delap. With Beto's inconsistent form, the uncertainty over Broja's permanence, and Calvert-Lewin's frequent injuries, the attacking sector urgently needs a new protagonist. And Delap, who shone with the Ipswich shirt, emerges as a priority target. The player has a release clause of £30 million and is being treated as a kind of franchise player by the new Everton board. The idea is clear: to make him a central part of the sporting project that is starting at Bramley Moor Dock. Of course, the competition is strong, but the club is betting on the complete package: investment, protagonism, and playing time to attract the striker. What's more, Delap knows that on Merseyside he would have a prominent role, with total freedom to grow and evolve within a team that is in the midst of reconstruction. While on the one hand there are reinforcements on the radar, on the other some departures already seem inevitable, and one of them is that of Jesper Lindstrom. Signed on loan from Napoli, the Dane has failed to establish himself in the Everton jersey, despite having played 29 matches this season. Between injuries and lackluster performances, the attacking midfielder simply hasn't clicked. According to journalist Mark Douglas, it's unlikely that the club will try to keep the player permanently, and he's likely to be on the list of players to be released in the summer. Lindstrom had been struggling since his time at Napoli, and the loan to Everton was seen as a chance for a fresh start. Unfortunately, however, this gamble didn't yield the expected results. Meanwhile, Moyes appears to have carte blanche from the Friedkin Group to overhaul the squad. And with the club's new home set to open, the Scottish manager has everything he needs to lead a new era on Merseyside, with profound changes on and off the pitch. Everton is clearly on the move. This isn't just another transfer window, it's the beginning of a new phase. Ndidi's possible arrival shows market intelligence, Liam Delap represents boldness and vision for the future, while Lindstrom's departure makes it clear that those who don't deliver don't stay. David Moyes didn't come back to play around. He came back to rebuild. And with the support of the Friedkin Group, this rebuilding won't be done with patches, but rather with strategic choices, with players who can really raise the level of the squad. The fans, who have suffered so much in recent years, are starting to see something different on the horizon. It may not be easy, it may not be quick, but what is being prepared has everything to put Everton back on the path to great nights, full stadiums, and living hope. So, fans, who would you like to see arrive to wear blue in this new era? Would Ndidi be a good name? Could Delap be this new idol? And Lindstrom? Is it worth another chance, or is it time to turn the page? Comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and leave a like to help us grow. There's a lot of exciting news coming, and this is the place for those who truly love Everton. Until next time.